Before we begin, let us settle one important matter. There's a difference between an allegation and a fact. There's a difference between political speculation and verifiable evidence. And there is certainly a difference between a promise and a signed agreement. For some time now, political discussions surrounding the Edo South senatorial contest have been dominated by repeated claims that Governor Monday Okpebholo allegedly entered into some form of agreement with certain political interests before becoming governor. The claim has been repeated so often that some people now speak about it as though it was an established fact. But there is a simple question. Where is the agreement? Not the rumor, not the allegation, not the political gossip, the actual agreement. Because if anyone says there was a signed agreement, then the burden of proof naturally rests on those making the claim. After all, what is a signed agreement? A signed agreement is a written document formally executed by parties involved, showing that they have read, understood, and accepted specific terms and conditions. That is a universally accepted definition. So let us examine this matter intellectually. If there was indeed a signed agreement, was it reduced to writing? If it was written, where is the document? Where is the photocopy? Where is the leaked copy? Where is the photograph? Where is the scanned version? In today's Nigeria, confidential government memos leak. We dey see am tire now. Court documents leak na today. Party documents leak steady. Private conversations leak. Yet nobody has produced even a single page of this supposed agreement, not one. So on what basis is the claim being presented as fact? Let us move to the second possibility. Was it verbal? If it was verbal, then where is the audio recording? Where is the conversation? Where is the voice note? Where is the evidence? In an age where almost everybody carries a smartphone and where artificial intelligence, AI, can recreate voices within minutes. For instance, let any political leader call anybody they say is all these are social media influencers or whatever. The call would be recorded. And of course, it will be played all over on their social media pages. Again, if these things lack all what we've stated, what is the foundation of the allegation? Then we arrive at the third possibility. Was it some form of oath? If it was so, where did it happen? In a shrine, in a forest, in a religious house? Who witnessed it? What evidence exists? Again, there is none. No documents, no audio, no witness testimony backed by evidence, no forensic trail, nothing. And that is where this entire conversation becomes interesting. Because when a claim that has no documents, no recording, no witness-backed proof, and no verifiable evidence, it moves dangerously close to the territory of speculation. Or as ordinary Nigerians will say, this one na pepper soup talk now, political gist, beer parlor analysis, not evidence. And this is why many observers are beginning to ask another question. Why has so much energy been invested in dragging Governor Monday Okpebholo into a contest involving political aspirants? Why has the spotlight been shifted from governance to unproven allegations? Why has public discourse suddenly become dominated by an agreement nobody can produce? Could it be that the real objective is not to prove an agreement? Could it be to distract attention? Because while these debates continue, roads are being constructed across Edo State. Drainage systems are being expanded. Schools are being upgraded. Security architecture is being strengthened. Markets are being rebuilt. Public infrastructure projects are moving from drawing paper to physical reality. Yet, instead of discussing those measurable outcomes that is directly affects the common man, some people want Edo citizens focus on a document that apparently exists only in political conversations. Now let us talk about promises. Because many people deliberately confuse promises with agreements. They are not the same thing. Every human being makes promises. Every father promises his son a toy if he behaves himself throughout the day. Sometimes circumstances change and the father cannot fulfill that promise immediately. Was there a promise? Yes. Was there a legally binding agreement? No. A businessman promises his staff a bonus when profits improve. Government officials make projections. Politicians make commitments. Life itself is full of promises. Some are fulfilled, some are delayed, some become impossible due to changing realities. That is human nature. But a promise is not automatically a signed agreement. The two are fundamentally different. And until evidence emerges showing otherwise, it will be intellectually dishonest to elevate assumptions into facts. The truth is simple. In any serious society, allegations require proof, claims require evidence, and agreements require documentation. Until such evidence is presented, Edo people may be better served by paying attention to what actually can be seen, touched, and verified. The roads, the schools, the security initiatives, the markets, the projects, because governance should ultimately be measured by performance, not by rumors. And perhaps this is a real issue some people would rather not discuss. Because while the noise grows louder, the work continues. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the truth unveiled. My name is Osigwe Omo Ikiroda, and I am the principal and CEO of Bush Radio Academy.